Hey guys, and welcome to One Pod Life. This week I'll be talking to professional golfer Jack Charman. We'll be talking about Jack's journey to professional golfer, the influences on the way, such as from family members, and how he actually got his first professional win on the Jamaica Tour, and that then spurred him on to move forward. Obviously, as well, we'll also find out from Jack what he thinks are the three most important things for any aspiring golfer to do on a regular basis and how they can possibly make it to his level. So let's get straight into it and let's hear from Jack Charman. So, evening, Jack, and welcome to the One Pod Life podcast. How are you getting on?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good. Lockdown treating you well?
Yeah, getting through, doing a lot of painting, a lot of all that stuff. So, yeah, moseying on through a bit of practice. Yeah.
The life of a professional pro, eh?
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on. And obviously we've met before, and we haven't actually played a round of golf together. We've been on the same course together at the same time. But we've never played together, so we can sort that out as soon as.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But yeah, so obviously the reason I wanted to start doing the One Pod Life was to speak to professional golfers like yourself who are on the cusp of going up the ranks. Obviously not too bad at the moment. But yeah, I just wanted to get sort of insights and share some wisdom with people about what it is to actually be playing professional on tours like Jamaica and Clutch and all those. And just get your insights and wisdom on what you think is the best thing to do for golfers. So I guess the best place to start is introduce yourself and let us know where you want to go.
Yeah, so I'm Jack Charman. I'm 26, professional golfer based at Northwoods Golf Club down in Wiltshire. I currently play on the Jamaica Tour and the Clutch Tour. I was obviously hoping to do PGA Europro this year, but obviously due to the circumstances in the world at the moment, that unfortunately got cancelled. So yeah, at the moment I'm just Jamaica and Clutch, but that is very good to start off with.
Stuff. Well, yeah, obviously I've played in the Pro-Am night over at what was it, Royal Ascot, and I think you were there, but you was playing in a different four ball.
I think that was right.
Yeah, I played with Sam Buss at the time, and we've had a couple of Bandit Golf Apparel days where we both played, but again not played with each other. But yeah, from what I see, the Jamaica tours and even the Clutch Tour now have actually really good springboards for professional golfers to sort of move up and get some experience.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Lloyd. Like the standard of golf on both of those tours at the moment is awesome. Like you're getting some extra European Tour players and Challenge Tour players, so it's a good competition for like the up and coming pros, and it's a good challenge, a good test.
No, definitely. I think obviously you'll probably say yes to this, but obviously it's helped your game get better because you're now playing with the highest ranking players around you and testing yourself all the time.
No, it is good. Like it makes you concentrate. I'm not saying I don't concentrate normally, but it makes you kind of think like if you want to kind of be good as them, obviously, and just try your best. So they've got to where they are with trying to work their nut off. So you want to kind of get to the same position as them, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's start with what was the main reason why you got into golf? I mean, I hear a lot of professionals, it's more sort of family members got them into it, but
I'm kind of exactly the same there, Lloyd. Like from the age of 2, I started playing golf. Well, I picked up a set of plastic clubs at the age of 2, and I was in the back garden just swiping them around like a 2-year-old does, didn't know what he was doing.
Yep.
And then by the age of 9, my grandparents, so my mum's mum and dad, got me into it, and I used to play at a place in Frome called Orchard Lee. That was my first course I played, and I played with them like all through the holidays when I was at school and
so did they both play then?
They both played, yeah. So it was quite nice to have some obviously good time with my grandparents at the time, and yeah, it was good. And unfortunately, my granddad passed away. It was 2013 now, so that is a massive influence on my golf career, I so say. So that was a bit of a blow, but I'm hoping he's looking down. I think I'm quite proud of what I'm doing at the moment. So
definitely. Well, it's carry on as well. Keep the legacy going is really good.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like I'm the only one now who plays golf in my family, so.
Right, okay. Well,
my grandma's too old to play now.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm the only one in my family who plays golf, but I got into golf through friends, not really through family. So,
okay. That's good.
yeah, but that's interesting. All right, cool. So, obviously, you played with them from the beginning. We both said you had two when you had a plastic set. I've actually just bought my girlfriend's daughter a plastic set of golf clubs, which she keeps harassing me to play with, which is quite good fun. She's a bit of a swiper at the moment, but we'll get there.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to be hitting them too far yet over the next door.
But so talk me through sort of like junior life then when you was playing golf, and was it competitive or was it just for a bit of fun?
It was. So I played like junior league golf and stuff like that, so that was good. I used to go to coaching every Saturday morning at my place at North Wilts, so that was really good. I had a group of friends that were kind of all on the same wavelength, so we were quite competitive at like quite a young age. Obviously tried to beat each other and everything like that, and then after the training we used to go on the course and play like Stapleford and that and try and see how many points we can get and all that bits and bobs. And then we played like junior league matches. So I think in 2007, I think it was, North Wilts Juniors, they got to like the regional finals of something. I can't remember what it was now, the league or something. And we got to play at Woburn. So that was really good. Played the Marcus there. That was like an English finals or something. Okay. So that was a good experience and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think like junior golf was quite fun, but I wasn't disappointed when I wasn't upset when I kind of got too old not to play it, because I kind of got a bit bored of it, I guess. I wouldn't say it's a bit hard, I think. But
I guess it would be. I guess it would be a good stepping stone, a good platform to push you on to.
Yeah, definitely. I learned a lot from that. Yeah, I learned a lot from being a junior golfer to kind of an adult golfer, if that makes sense.
Well, okay. So that transition then from junior to adult golfer, was that, at what point did you start to realise that, okay, I'm actually quite good and I could possibly be a professional golfer?
Probably. So when I got down to like scratch, I knew I was all right. Like scratch golfer.
And what age was you at scratch golfer?
I think I was 17. Right, yeah, 17, and then and I was between like scratch and +1, and then I think it was in 2015 I shot the course record around my place, North Wilts, shot at 64, 7 under.
Nice.
And I thought, that's not too bad. I started playing quite well, and I got down to I got to +2, and then I thought, I'm going to turn pro. I've always wanted to try and do it, and I thought, sod it, why not? I turned pro just over 3 years ago now. So
right, okay, so not too long ago then.
No, 22. For some reason I thought
it was longer than that, but no, that's really good though, mate.
I'm getting on now, Lloyd.
You're getting on. I am. Blimey. I'm starting about 30 years too late, I think, but hey ho. All right, cool. So +2 is your sort of handicap that you then decided right now time to turn pro.
Yeah.
How did you go about that? Was it? Did you have someone who could guide you through that process, or?
So my coach at the time, Barry Foster, I had a little chat with him, and he just said to me, "You're good enough. You got the game. You know you can compete and everything." And I thought, like I said to you then, I've always wanted to do it, and I thought this is a good opportunity. A good opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
And I was quite lucky. I had a lot of backing from the golf club at that time, from all the members up there, and they very kindly kind of donate to me or sponsor me a lot of money, not a lot of money, but they sponsor me money to play the events.
Right, okay. And that was the question I was going to ask, because with with my previous guest, Michael Farrow-Twist, he said the same sort of thing. He said as he was about to turn pro, someone from the golf club actually offered to give him a cash injection, I guess, to actually go and play the event. So pay for him to actually get there, and then he would then pay for the entry fee. So I guess that's kind of the same thing for you then, really.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it sounds just like that. Yeah, I was quite lucky. It wasn't just one person. It was multiple people. So I had the odd check, quite a few checks given to me. So that was really nice and really supportive to kind of kickstart my pro career, I guess.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, did they want anything in return, or was it literally just
no? They didn't.
Go and try it, see how you get on.
Yeah, so obviously I kept them updated because I don't want to just take their money and run and never speak to them again, because that's just not right. So obviously I kept in contact with them, and I still do now. And I'm at my golf club quite a lot, so I'm always seeing them. and they were asking how you're getting on. So I always take a lot of time to speak to people that have helped me and people who are willing to help me. Like, I'm quite a chatty person, I think.
Yep.
So I'm not really one of those people that kind of sits back and ignores everyone, because I just don't like people like that.
Well, I think, and like you said, they've in a way they've backed you to say, look, we believe you can do it. So you, in a way, you've got to give them something back as well. And I guess the way you're doing it is the right way. Yeah. So no, that's really good. So
good.
Along the same sort of lines, obviously, you see the top pro golfers with all these lovely sponsors, and you don't have to do much to get them, but obviously, the level that you're at, how do you find it with sponsors? Do you find it hard to get them, or are they
it's hard. Easy? It's hard because obviously everyone's not everyone, but like quite a few people are in the same boat trying to do the same thing. And I've been quite lucky. So I've been with Bandit Golf Apparel now for probably just over a year.
Yep.
And he supplies me with unlimited hats, gloves, all sorts of bits. He's got loads of new range coming out now, so it's nice to have different sort of hats to wear for tournaments. I know he takes the mick out of me because my dress sense of clothing is horrendous. So
obviously I wear Bandit Golf Apparel stuff as well. And I'm quite lucky to be part of the ambassadorship. And you did mention something to me the other day about your clothing, and I did question the video you put up. Or was it cream shorts, pink top t-shirt?
We don't have to mention that, mate. No. Yeah, I had a power cut that day.
But I guess by getting sort of chances like that, and people who are willing to sort of give you those sort of
it's quite nice.
And materials, it helps you to use money you would normally spend on actually looking to play other events and actually play and get better at golf, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and obviously he kind of not believes in me, but he kind of sees something in me. He'd probably laugh if he hears me say this, but
it's almost the same thing what you got from the golf club. Again, someone else. It's not a monetary value, but it's helping you actually do other things with your time and money.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, so no, it's very helpful, and I do appreciate everyone has helped me and kind of like believed in me a little bit than others, I guess.
No, definitely. All right, well, let's get on to your actual golf then. So you turned pro at plus two. About 19? No, sorry, 21?
21, 21, 22, I think, yeah.
Right, okay. So what was your first ever professional tournament that you played?
My first ever professional tournament was a Jamaica Tour event at Essendon New Course.
Okay.
And
not an easy course.
No. Obviously, had a practice round the day before, and then I was on the first tee, absolutely crapping my pants, thinking, what am I doing?
Yep.
And no, it was good. Like, I was quite nervous on the first day. I never really get nervous, but it was kind of, I got nervous, I guess, because it's just my first of proper professional event.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I think you're excused to be a little bit nervous. First ever professional tournament.
So no, it was quite good.
Okay.
So, no, it was good. Like, it was a good first event, so that was quite nice.
Do you remember where you finished, or?
I did, yeah. Actually, I come tied 12th and got my first paycheck of £220.
Well, it's not bad going for your first ever event.
No, I remember phoning my dad up on the way home and saying, I've just won 220 quid. And I know that's a lot of money, but it was kind of like, I still, the event at the time was just over £220. So I was kind of I haven't got my entry back, but I've got my hotel back and stuff like that. But I was still out of pocket, but I was still buzzing that I've got my first paycheck.
Well, yeah, of course. I think finishing out of a field of how many on that day?
It's probably about 80.
So finish 12 out of 80. I'll be pretty happy with that myself. So.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So that was really good, and I kind of I've learned a lot from that and all the way through to kind of where I am now, really.
Yeah, good stuff. So since then, obviously you've been playing quite regularly on the Jamaica and Clutch tours.
Yeah.
So when did the first win come? Because I know you have one.
I have had one.
You have.
My first win was last June. I want to say it was the 17th of June, I believe.
Right.
And that was at, it was the 18th of June. Check
the calendar.
I actually was, yeah. I've I was 2 rounds at Jamaica event, and I shot 5 under to win by 1 shot, and I remember I hold about an 8-foot putt on the last to win.
Nice,
and it's
not
kind of like
finish.
It was very good. It was a par 5. It was for a birdie as well, so it was kind of nice to finish with a birdie.
No, definitely.
And it's kind of a big relief. Like it was a great feeling, kind of thinking, oh, I've actually won as a professional. I can kind of have a bit more belief in myself and know I can actually win as a professional.
No, definitely. I think, I guess winning that first ever one, it kind of establishes, okay, I am good enough to do this. I am at the right level and I can push on now and sort of, I guess, weight off your shoulders as well.
Yeah, massively. And like, I was just buzzing for a couple of weeks, probably months. And sorry about that. Some kids just come past. And I was just, it was a really good feeling. And then I just remember I just kind of had a lot of confidence, and I started playing really well after that for like a few events, and I kind of had better finishes, and it was great.
Do you ever lean back on that experience and that feeling? So when you're on a golf course, you're not quite feeling it.
Yeah.
Lean back on that.
Yeah, like when I'm kind of struggling with my game a bit, I kind of think back like, I know I can win. Yeah. It's just finding that mentality and that feeling again to kind of get back to.
Do you know what was different that weekend, or was it just?
No, like I was
around the golf. It just seemed to click that day, or.
I was quite lucky enough because it was quite close to home, so I was staying at home that week. So obviously, I had my own home comforts, like my own bed and food and all that stuff. It was just, I don't know, really. It's just, it was just one of those weeks. It was quite chilled out. Pardon?
I'd say it's one of those weekends where everything just clicked and you just felt relaxed.
Right, yeah.
And off you went.
Yeah, it was quite nice. So it was just, quite nice. So I kind of liked the course. I kind of felt the course was quite nice.
So set up for your game, I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of, I don't know how to describe it really, but I've never really thought of it that way. But looking back at it now, it's kind of, just played well for 2 days, really.
Good stuff.
That was good.
No, I like it. I think it's good to get your first ever win on tour. What was it? Your second year of being a professional?
It was my second year. Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good, mate. What was it? You look back at like Justin Rose, didn't he miss 12 cuts in a row when he first turned pro?
Yeah. And then
I know he's got a few wins under his belt.
Yeah, he's got an Olympic medal as well. It's not too bad.
That's got to be in your sights, right? In 2 years' time.
Well, we'll see. It might still be grounded for a few weeks.
That's true. What I was going to ask you was, obviously you're relatively new then to the professional game. If you could set yourself, if you look forward 2 years' time, where would you want to be as a professional player?
So what's starting from next year now, I guess?
Well, yeah, obviously this year's a bit of a write-off, so I guess start next year. If you was to go 2021, where would you want to be by 2023?
So 2023, so next year I'd like to get like a full category on the Europro.
Okay.
I've been trying to do that for the last few years, and I've kind of had a card, but it's kind of been, it sounds like half a card, but that's not really realistic. But it's kind of always on the reserve list before the event. So I'm kind of relying on people.
How are you getting on the reserve lists? So is that just from your performance on the Jamaica?
No, it's from so you do qualifying at the start of the season. So you go through first stage, and I think you got to come top 30 out of that, and then everyone goes through the final stage, and then it's 2 rounds and a cut, and then the final round. But as soon as you get to final stage, you get some sort of category. Okay. So if you make the 2-round cut, you've kind of pretty much got a full tour card for the Europro. But if you unfortunately do miss the first 2-round cut, you get a category, but it's still a bit lower than the others. Right. So that's how you kind of get on a reserve list. Is you don't get a full card. So if you get a full card, you're obviously priority to the getting in straight away without hopefully getting on the reserve list. But I haven't been in that position yet.
Okay. So could anyone just rock up to this Europro qualifying day and see how they get on, or is it literally you have to be through another tour like Jamaica?
No, so you can be an amateur and do it and try and qualify that way. So there's nothing saying you can't I'm pretty sure you don't have to turn pro if you get a full card, but
right.
I'm guessing if you get a full card, that's kind of the whole reason going on there as an amateur, trying to get a status and then turn professional.
Okay. So come 2021, when would that be in the year?
It's normally end of March, start of April.
Right. Okay. I'll see you end of March, beginning of April then.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you can get on the bag, Lloyd.
Oh, mate, I'd love to come and caddy for you on the bag. Don't
no, definitely. We're definitely, when I get out playing, hopefully maybe next month, a couple of months, we can try and get something going.
That was one, again, talking to Michael last week, that was one of his little things he was saying. He said he went and caddied for a guy on the European tour, luckily. And he gained a lot of insight and basically learned how to play the game through caddying somebody. So
I can imagine that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be well up for doing that with you, mate. Don't worry about that.
No, definitely. Like even if you can't caddy, we'll get a program together. That'd be brilliant. And
100%.
I love that. I'm sure you can show me a few tricks.
I say I've been around trees quite a lot. I'm pretty good at that.
What, clubs or balls?
Both. So, all right, cool. So, one of the other sort of things I wanted to ask you as well is, on the course, obviously, as an amateur golfer, 9 times out of 10, I won't look at the golf course before I get there. I'll just turn up and see what happens. Yeah. Now, obviously, I know the importance of a strategy is very good, is very important, and you need to know what you're doing. But at what level do you go into getting yourself ready for a tournament or even just a round of golf that you know is going to be competitive? Weekend event, and you're studying the course, I guess, and trying to work out what you do. How do you go about that? And do you adapt your game to the course, or do you try and adapt the course to your game?
Probably try and adapt the course to my game, really.
Okay.
So I never really think of it like that. I don't really kind of look really deep into stuff like that. I kind of just turn up and kind of just try and play sensible golf. I know it sounds really silly, but everyone tries to do that. Or most of the time it goes really pear-shaped, but it's kind of just trying to find like the good places to hit it, and the back, even if you miss it, like kind of a good miss. Okay. So like, for instance, like if you've got out of bounds left on one hole, then maybe semi-rough to the right, kind of favour the right side instead of going left, because obviously if you go right, you're going to lose one shot probably at worst, and if you go left, you're kind of losing 2 or 3. So
you're just trying to compile the mistakes, I guess, and just try and
it's kind of just find the right position to hit the ball into, and then obviously when you get on the green, try and like work out where the slopes are. And like normally practice rounds, they have dots on the green for where the flags are for the next few days.
Always helps.
So you can kind of put a T-peg in the ground and kind of putt them from different angles and take notes from there. Right. But obviously, 9 times out of 10, like maybe you're not going to hit it at that spot, but even if you do, you it's kind of like a head start.
Oh, that's really good. Obviously, for myself, I just rock up at a golf club with a friend and we turn it into a competitive match. And I'm thinking, well, how does this course play? What happens if I tee off from this side? Or what happens? How far is that slope there? And obviously, then I'll start thinking too much about it. And I have started to look at course guides before I go out and play around the golf and just try to have an idea at least of what I'm going to hit off the tee. Yeah. Is that something
I'm exactly this? Yeah, as well. And I'm quite lucky as well. I've got a Bushnell as well, so I can Bushnell everything that I see. Yep. So that's quite good. But in practice rounds, I've got a slope. I've got a slope Bushnell that I can kind of judge the slope as well. So it tells me the exact yardage uphill and downhill. Yep. But obviously, I'm not allowed to use that in tournament. No. So I can use it in practice round and take it on my notes.
I was going to say, would that something you then just jot down quickly and make note of? For when you
definitely.
Go out the next day?
Yeah, because like you obviously get uphill, downhill shots, and from certain positions, especially par threes are quite good because it could be 180 yards, but it's playing 20 yards downhill. So you're kind of hitting 180 yards. I hit a 6 iron, so kind of playing it. What's that? Playing 20 yards down, 160 yards. So it's going down to like an 8 iron, 9 iron. So it's kind of like 2 clubs less. So it's it's quite important to look into that, I think.
So I guess having the strategy is a good idea, but obviously for you, it's more about what the course is doing when you get to those positions, not so much what you're going to do off the tee. Yeah. And, right, I want to make sure I'm at that point of the course. You're just taking it as it comes, I guess.
I kind of have a different strategy in like one day events, because obviously you're only there once, I guess. So you kind of want to be a bit aggressive, because the one day events, the scores are going to be quite like low scoring. So you kind of want to be more aggressive. So for instance, you've got some water to try and carry over at 260, 270 yards. Like maybe in the back of your mind on a 2, 3, 4 day event, you want to lay up at that and then knock it over. But in a one day event, just kind of go for it a bit more.
That's my everyday approach. Don't worry about that.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Hit it, find it, hit it, isn't it?
No, exactly. Hopefully, one day.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I was going to ask you who was the biggest influence in your golf career, but obviously I'm guessing that's probably your granddad and your grandma. Has there been any other sort of outside influence apart from that, or?
People at the golf club, they've been very supportive about me and just kind of believing in me, I guess. And like my mum and dad have been great. Everyone, my family members, my nan and gramps, like friends, family, everyone, like they're kind of believing in me. They always ask me how I do, and that means a lot, because it shows they kind of care. And they want to hopefully see me do well and do the best I can. But no, it's great. Like I couldn't be where I am without all the support and help I've had throughout the years.
No, definitely.
But yeah, that's the biggest influence I reckon has happened to date.
Today, yeah. Well, hopefully, mate, once obviously lockdown completely finishes, obviously we hear rumours that sort of June should be a little bit easier to get out and do more things with each other at least.
I've been lucky enough to go back to the golf course a bit already at the moment, but that's limited to only 2 days a week, so it's kind of a bit hard to kind of get back to a full routine of practicing and all that stuff. Well,
that leads me into my next question: is what does a typical week for Jack Charman look like? Is it more training? Is it more playing? If you had a dream week, what would you do?
Dream week. Hopefully, because I work as well. I work part-time at a golf club, so hopefully not working. But so if I wasn't working for the week, it would be, I normally go out for a run probably 3 times a week. So kind of put my fitness levels quite up there. I see a PT twice a week, so I'd try and see him twice a week. Just go to the range, practice, see my coach. Just practice, play, do the drills, and I take notes and that, so I kind of look back of where my weaknesses are. So kind of work on my weaknesses and my strengths, kind of keep them up, but mainly work on my weaknesses, because there's no point working on your strengths if you're good at them, because you just get into a routine of working on what you're good at and not improving what you're bad at.
No, definitely. I think I've fallen into a bit of a trap with that myself. Irons have always been sort of a strong part of my game, so I will favour those more when I'm practicing or training. So I'm slowly starting to learn that I need to get the driver and the free wood out at the range and actually practice with those a bit more.
I was quite lucky last year. I had a day with David Alred. I don't know if you've heard of him. He works with Francesco Molinari.
Oh, nice.
So he's like his mental coach and practice coach sort of guy. He kind of shows you how to practice.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't actually call it practice. He calls it train. So he shows you how to train properly.
Yeah, I've started calling it training as well.
No, that was a very good day. I went to Bearwood Lakes for him there's a group of us went there for the day, and that was a massive insight to what he actually does for Fran and what he showed us what we could do. And we were really lucky. We got to see like all of Francesco's notes from previous events and practice. Wow. When he won the Open, we got all his notes leading up to that and all that.
So how did that come about?
So that was Jenna Hura Academy Golf. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're a management company they're based... I don't know where they're based, actually, unfortunately. But they got, what's his name? McAvoy on tour.
Okay.
I can't remember his first name now. Anyway, he's with them, and Jamie Alson's part of the Jenna Hura and Richard McAvoy, that's him, on the European tour. So he's with them. And they contacted me and they said, "Oh, would you be interested in something like this?" I was like, "Yeah, definitely." Like I looked into this David Alred, and he's an amazing bloke. He works a lot with, he used to work with Johnny Wilkinson as a performance coach, because he does rugby and golf.
Okay.
So
definitely something to look into then.
Yeah, 100%. He worked with Johnny Wilkinson when England won the World Cup in 2003. And he works with Saxton, is it? Johnny Saxton?
Johnny Saxton, Yep.
He works with him as well on how to, like, on his mental side and kicking and stuff like that. And no, he's an amazing bloke. So
sounds like a pretty amazing day to get to see all the notes again from Molinari.
It was.
Especially from the Open as well. Yeah,
that was pretty impressive. And, like, he showed all the notes from, like, when he was at the Masters and that. So, it was good.
Great.
Yeah, okay, so kind of taking that to practice.
Yeah, definitely. So would you play more or would you train more? What's your sort of vibe on that? Because I get mixed messages from people that I speak to. Some say you need to play more. Some say, well, we need to train more.
Yeah.
What would you?
I think play most as you can is very important, because kind of make it more real as possible, because there's no point standing on the range for 3, 4, 5 hours just whacking balls at the same target. Like, what are you going to get out of that? You're going to get nothing. Yeah. Where you're on a golf course, you're getting every shot is different. It's virtually impossible to get the same shot twice in a row, and it's just play much as you can. I think lose many balls as you can. Do anything.
No, good stuff. So basically, I need to get a part-time job, work at a golf club, so I can play more golf. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, I reckon that's right, Lloyd. I reckon you got that.
Yeah, I'll tell the girlfriend, see what she says. That might be a swift note.
Just tell her from a distance while you're sat in your car, and then drive off.
I'm going golf now, babe. See you later.
Yeah.
No, good stuff.
No, but 100% play more than practice. Obviously, practice as much as you can, but not too much.
Okay, that's good. That's good advice. Very much. So, so that leads really nicely into the reason why. Obviously, I wanted to get people like yourself on is to hear your stories, hear why you started playing golf, and how you're making yourself better and trying to achieve on the tours. But obviously, if you could give 3 bits of advice to someone like myself who's aspiring to be a Jack Charman of the worlds. Cool. It's a big claim, isn't it, that one? But
that far yet, Lloyd.
but yeah, so if you could give 3 bits of advice that you think would definitely help someone get to that level, what would they be?
Believe in yourself. Much advice from other people. Listen to a lot of different people. Listen to their opinions.
Okay.
And just practice and play as much as you can. Just work on the stuff you need to work on. Don't work on the stuff that you're already good at, because you're not going to get anywhere if you work on the same stuff as you're good at.
No.
But no, I reckon that's near enough 3. I don't know if that was 3.
It was 3. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It was 3. So believe in yourself, listen to varied people, not just, I guess, one person, and listen to what you know. And then obviously, like you said, the third one was getting out and playing more. And just getting the balance of playing and training correct.
Definitely, I think that's quite a big one. That.
Yeah. Because I guess the perception is that a tour player would practice Monday to Friday, 5-6 hours a day, and only play on Saturday, Sunday.
I think you're right there. Yeah.
And obviously, I guess from what you're saying is completely opposite. You're playing more than what you are training, which is, like you said, just to get that real feel of what actually golf is all about.
Yeah, I don't think you're not going to get anywhere fast with just hitting one ball, loads of balls to a flag 170 yards away, because how many times in the round you're going to get that shot? You're not very many, but I think you've got to vary your practice a lot more than maybe other people do.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. Okay, so obviously we're coming out of lockdown now, so you played a few rounds. When's the next round?
Tomorrow afternoon, with my friend.
Nice.
At the moment, he beat me last week, so he's got a bit of bragging rights.
So, is he pro as well, or is he an amateur?
No, I better not big him up too much, because he might listen to this and get even more bigger. But no, he's off 6. He's a bit of a bandit of 6, really. I played with him last week. He shot 1 over par. So
wow, okay.
I didn't play very well, but he played well and beat me by, I can't remember how many he beat me by now, 5-6 shots.
Right, okay.
I think I was whacking it around everywhere that day. But no, it was, so I'm playing with him, playing with Angus, he's called. So I'm sure it'll be like we were speaking about earlier, it's going to be very competitive. So it's kind of getting a bit of a strategy getting into the game. So,
No, it's good. I'm playing my second round lockdown on Sunday.
Where are you playing?
Toot Hill Golf Club.
Okay, is that local to you?
Yeah, local to me. So hopefully I can have a better round than what I did last Thursday when I played with Bandit Golf Apparel.
Was that Bandit Dave?
Yeah, it's Bandit Dave. We won't talk about my front nine, but the back nine was better.
Okay, that was good.
So finally got some movements I've been working on onto the golf course, which was good. He still beat me, but when does he not?
Well, that's right. Yeah.
I'll get.
So, are we going to talk about this little shank through the door or not?
We can do. It wasn't technically a shank, so we can talk about the toe strike.
Open face, was it?
Yeah, straight off a toe. I mean,
it was good.
Yeah, one of my things I used to really struggle with back in about a year ago was over the top. So all I've been really working on is getting on the inside. I got really on the inside on that one. Yeah, far too much.
It's got you in your pocket.
Oh yeah, mate. Luckily I was using foam balls. Luckily, so went straight through the blind, straight into the back of the kitchen.
This is walked out.
I'm actually at my parents' house, so I was more worried that mum and dad might see it. Luckily there was no smash noises. So walked in, got the ball, walked back out again, and no one knew any wiser.
Yeah, just carried on like nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened, mate. Next thing I know is the video's going all over the place, which is good stuff.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming onto the podcast and giving your insights and talking about yourself.
That's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for the invite.
You're welcome. Hopefully other people can get take some insightfulness from this as well and move their sort of career on a little bit.
No, definitely.
And we'll look forward to seeing you out on the Jamaica tour, mate.
Yeah, hopefully very soon after we come out of Grounded.
Grounded. All right, mate, thanks very much. And
brilliant.
Yeah, good luck. And we'll keep an eye on you.
Cheers, Lloyd. Take care, mate.
Cheers, mate. See you later. Well, that was Jack Charman. I thought that was a really good chat. Really enjoyed talking to him about his career, how he's moved up, and how he actually got his first professional win. I mean, what a great milestone that is. Now, I've known Jack for a little bit. I've been following his career, and he's just a genuine, really nice guy, down to earth. As you can tell, he's pretty laid back, but hey, that's what it takes to be where he's at. So let's go recap on what he said about the 3 main things about what he thinks is best to do for an aspiring golfer. So the first one he said, which is quite a big one, I believe. Well, it's that word. It is believe in yourself. So now I'm pretty sure I believe in myself and my capabilities. I've got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong, but I do believe that I can be at that level and achieve what I set out to achieve. So, yeah, first one, definitely agree with it, and I'm all over that one. His second tip was actually a bit of a mirror of when we spoken to Michael Farrar Twist. He also said, make sure you get as much advice as possible from various people. Yes, you've got your coach who you listen to about your technical swing, but maybe it's time to speak to different people about different parts of the game. I've been starting talking to a mental coach about how he can help me actually get in a better frame of mind when I'm about to hit my golf shot, which is really good, and also how I walk around a golf course. So yeah, I think that's a great bit of advice to give. And his last bit of advice was, which is also a pretty big one, play more than what you practice, but when you do practice for the things that you're bad at. Now, that is something I don't do enough. I will practice a lot. I'll go to the driving range. I'll do what I'm good at, which is my iron play, but I won't do so much with my driver or my free wood, where that's where I actually lose a lot of my shots. So I'm going to take that advice on board, and I'm actually going to flip it on its head. And when I do go to the driving range or I'm practicing my back garden, I'm going to be doing the things that I'm really bad at. So I think if you guys can do that as well, then we're all on the right path to actually achieving what we're all setting out to achieve. Well, thank you for listening. I hope you really enjoyed that episode. I really did. I took a lot of insights from that, which I can move forward to my own game. Now, if you're new to the podcast, which I think you probably are because it's only my second one, make sure you subscribe by clicking on that subscribe button within iTunes, Spotify or Google Podcast. And don't forget, you can see my journey on Instagram by following @onepodlife. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks, guys.